we go, baby. Here we go. We up and running. Y'all ready over here, man? We good to go?
Bring us in, shorty. Bring us in.
What we at? 29, right? 29?
Let's get it. Bring us in.
Welcome. Welcome back, man. You know, episode 29. We here. Got a guest for us today. You know, we want to interview good homeboy of ours. Hometown kid, you know. Good guy. Good guy. He'll be coming on shortly. But we're going to get to it. Do what we do from first of all. Mook, do what you do, Shaw.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. Everybody talking about it. Podcast. To the right of me, my guy, Ert Love. To the left of me, Mook Kells himself. Man, it's another week, man. Episode 29.
Yes, sir. We here.
Episode 29, man. That's what it is, man. It's the same thing. Today we got a special guest. We're going to bring him on for y'all today. That's how we're going to start the show. And if later time preserved, then we'll get to the yams like we normally do every week.
Got to get to the yams, man.
So, man,
Pretty
today...
much.
Definitely. Man, today, man, we got a special guest, man. This guy, staple, Baltimore City. Everybody know him. He's done a lot. He's a chef. He's a spiritual leader. He's a legend as we know it. I'm going to call him a legend now because he deserves it. He's done a lot. Played on one of the most best basketball team ever to assemble in Baltimore City. That's a lot to say when you're talking that type of level of basketball. One of the greatest teams that I've seen since the Michael Lloyd and Dante Bright days, the Kurt Lees and Smileys. Yeah. I mean, we can even go down to the Muggsies and Reggie Williams. This team sits with the elites of that. When you talk one of the best teams that ever came out of the city, you cannot skip this team.
28-0, wasn't it?
28-0, undefeated.
Yeah.
D1's all the way down to the bottom of the last guy on the team.
Yeah.
So I like to bring him on, my friend. It's a pleasure to bring y'all today, Mr. Brandon Russell. What's going on? What's going on, bro?
How you feeling, man?
What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Nephew. What's up, man?
I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed.
That's what's up.
Definitely, Brandon, I'm glad you're here, man.
Glad to be here.
You called, said, man, I like what y'all doing. How can I be a part of that? I said, you don't even know you was already a part. I just ain't contacted you.
We already had you lined up.
You
was in the scope of the crosshairs already.
Real, recognized real.
That's
Pretty much.
You was already on deck, whether you know it or not. The same way I watched you your whole career.
Right.
Before you knew me, I already knew who you was. Been watching you. When you used to be in these certain towns, out of town, you look at the crowd.
He's right there.
Man, this guy, wow.
Everywhere. He everywhere.
You see me. Man, so we're going to start, man. We ain't going to push it all you, because you got a huge history of your young years. You've done a lot. You've been around. For the months you played with the elite. But we're going to start from the very beginning, man. So everybody can know, I know, so everybody else can know where you come from.
1984, born in California. A kid via North Carolina, moving to the big city. Grandfather was a congressman, grandmother was a pastor. Mother worked in Congress. Father was a hard-working man here in Baltimore. You all clicked together.
That's what's up.
And it made the blessing of sitting here in front of you today.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up.
So did you move in the Whitelock area when you first came in, or did you was living somewhere else before previous?
When I moved to Baltimore, I grew up on 2 South Mount Oliver Lane, right there on the corner, right down. My grandmother owned the church that was right there by the gas station up by Baltimore and Hilton. That church sit right there on the corner. That was her first church.
Oh man,
Well, you and that guy. You and that guy.
God,
My grandmother was Miss Helen. You feel what I'm saying? Referee Frank and all of they know all about my grandmother.
I probably done peed on the side of the church and all kinds of stuff. You know me, I was terrible around it.
Right.
Unfortunately, in '91, my grandfather passed away. He was a United States Assistant Chief Clerk in the United States House of Representatives. He was mainly kind of responsible for a lot of the financial aid and everything that's going on today.
That's what's up, man. That's good. That's
when
good.
He passed away. My grandmother was, she was ready to move back home. So, she was ready. My mother, being a family woman that she is, if my mama leave, I'm leaving too. So, I ain't had no choice. You feel
Right.
me? But God made the way in the map for me to come back in '97. And to be back with the friends that I was with from being young, and some of those same friends end up making history with me a few years later.
Right.
All right. That's good.
So from there, where did you originally start playing your rec ball at?
Like Johnny Howard.
So that's your home
You
group.
over there with Child.
Yeah, Johnny Howard, Charlie Harrison. That's my Red Auerbach.
Right.
Everybody, Charlie Harrison was that guy.
Absolutely.
He sacrificed football to basketball to baseball. Man, Charlie Harrison was wonderful. The time that my father couldn't put in, Charlie definitely, along with some of the other people that stick with in my life in my neighborhood, they put it there.
Right.
That's good.
Now he passed this a few years back.
No, Charlie's still alive. He might be like 75, 76 right now.
I don't know why I thought somebody
You try to kill a man off, man?
No, I thought somebody told me that time. I really
man.
So what made you fall in love with it, man? Was it something that you just in the neighborhood everybody was playing? Because that don't mean you gonna fall in love with basketball.
What happened was, when I moved up here from North Carolina, I really didn't know nothing. You hear stories about Baltimore this, Baltimore that, but believe it or not, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, maybe all the way back to 2010, maybe 9, Baltimore was a wonderful place to be in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was fruitful, it was plentiful, and everybody was sticking together. Like I told people before, I grew up in a time in Baltimore where if you seen me doing wrong or you seen me doing wrong, y'all was G-checking that.
Right.
And then when my brother got to me, Lord rest his soul, Jabril, he was G-checking it too. Like, yo, you gotta hold yourself accountable. And for so many years, I lost a little way of that, and I had to see that I had to come back to that way of holding myself accountable. But as far as basketball, a wise man once told me one day when I was like 12, 13 years old, he said, if you take this basketball everywhere, this basketball will take you everywhere.
Right.
So living and growing up on Brooks Lane, I had a basketball court straight down the alley. So I would run down the alley, shoot over Chauncey, make that left. I'm right there in the jungle.
Right.
So I'm right there, 3 o'clock to when it get dark outside. I'm getting up and I'm doing it again. But I grew up not being one of the kids that was quote unquote supposed to be good. What my career panned out to be, if you'd have asked me in '97, would I have done all that, I'd have told you no. Because I know people to this day that I still see hand in hand that was actually better than me. Mm-hmm. But I use that as my tool and as my gateway to not allow myself to go this way.
Absolutely.
But I want to go this way. Even though I fell short and made mistakes a few times, I still always had basketball to shine on, because when I lost my mother at 16, that was my outlet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Gotcha. Keep you focused.
Yeah, that would keep me focused, keep me grounded. Because I could have easily went to the streets.
Yeah.
I could have easily did something that made me go closer to her.
Right.
But yet and still, she blessed me with a championship in the sun 18 months later. So I was blessed to come from a spiritual background in a household where we was going off of grandma's pay and granddaddy's power. And that's where a lot of foundations and households fall shy of now, because you can't tell a kid when they wrong, or no parent want to discipline a kid when they wrong. These parents, they want to be more their friends than their parents.
Right.
That's not going to go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I got an 18-year-old son, and I don't want him to fear me, but I want you to respect him.
There you go. That's what I tell
It's
everybody.
a difference.
That's what
Don't fear me, respect
That's
me.
it.
Because I'm a human being.
That's it.
I'm a human being just like you're a human being. I bleed blood just like you bleed blood. Like no days are going to be the same. As mornings I wake up, I might not feel it this day, but 6 o'clock in the morning when my feet touch the ground every morning, I'm going to say my prayers, I'm going to listen to my gospel music, and I'm going to move my day forward.
Right.
I'm really happy you said that, because I try to tell people that you don't want nobody to fear you, because you never know what a fear man going to do to you.
A fear man is the number one man to fear.
Exactly. So you don't want nobody to fear you, but you want them to respect you. That's why I always tell people, don't ask for it.
Yeah.
You demand it because we're taught respect at a young age.
And it's not given, it's earned.
That's right. So you know,
Sure.
you demand it. I respect that. I'm happy you said that.